now listening to the Cowboys from Hell podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cowboy from Hell podcast. I'm your host, Landon Tusiasena. Beside me is my producer and friend, Jason Crane. And I'm pretty upset about something. Well, I'm not upset at all. I just, we always want to start with feedback from the last episode. And we keep getting compared to fucking Call Her Daddy. The Call Her Daddy podcast on Barstool. Look, man. Barstool is cool. I follow them. Very entertaining. Call Her Daddy. I just listened to my first episode. And I have no problem with that podcast at all. I think it's cool for what they're doing. I think it's definitely entertaining. But to say that I am sitting here like, Daddy gang. Oh my God, Daddy gang. His dick was so big and he ate my asshole for so long. That is not what we are doing here. This is social commentary. This is comedy. I'm not saying we're better. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying we are not the same. How dare you compare us to Call Her fucking Daddy, all right? This last episode, the only episode I ever listened to of them, this girl's going on and on. She's got the nicknames for this guy's Suit Man and this Zoom call hottie guy. Like, dude, come on. That's not what we're doing here. How could you guys do this to me? How could you guys betray me like this? Look what they did to my boy. Look what they did to my boy. Anyways, please don't compare us to Call Her Daddy. Shout out to Call Her Daddy, though. It's a cool podcast, but I just don't think we're the same. It reminds me of people comparing Pepper to Sublime. It's like so different. I think it's so different, but... that being said, we also have not a feedback, but another announcement for our producer wants me to, we're in his living room, and we want you guys to all know that we have not found a studio yet. We are in talks, I think, with Doghouse, and we'll see. Hopefully, we'll be able to move our episodes into there soon, but nothing's 100%. I personally like shooting in his living room.
Speaking of Doghouse, we got like 4 dogs running around upstairs.
Yeah,
I'm eating day old Denny's. Man, this is a good vibe we're doing here.
Can you hear the dogs in your headphones?
Not too bad.
Okay, cool.
I hear them all day, every day. So
yeah, that's a good point. You're probably used to it, but yeah, that's this is a casual, fun thing we're doing here, and you know, like we always say, we try to keep it light and keep it funny. So hopefully, we're doing just that. Thank you guys so much for reaching out. We get a lot of great DMs. For all you guys that message my private, my personal Instagram account, if you can remember, please message our podcast Instagram, especially when you have questions. It's much easier to organize for us because I got hoes in my DMs. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's our feedback from last episode. Thank you guys for reaching out. And you know what? Even if you did compare us to Call Her Daddy, that's not the end of the world. I mean, it's a very successful podcast. I actually watched all these YouTube videos on all their drama going on and how Barstool offered them, I can give them like a 3-year contract, and one of the girls wanted more money. Hey, Barstool, you can offer us that same contract. We'll be okay with it.
we will take that money.
Okay, moving on to current events. The most current event that I wanted to cover was recently, as in less than 24 hours ago, my beloved Lakers, the city of Los Angeles' hope and dreams. The city of Los Angeles is so serious about Laker basketball, but last night we lost to the Trailblazers. And you know, I've been posting. I follow them intently, and I post about them. And on Facebook, I posted how I was gonna essentially beat up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's the shittiest Laker on the roster. He's one of LeBron's boys. Apparently, he's part of the reason why LeBron even came to the Lakers, but I got blocked on Instagram and I got blocked on Facebook because I kept saying, fuck this dude. I'm not saying I want to beat his ass because he plays bad. I mean, that sucks, but I'm saying that because our coach refuses to not start him, 2, to keep him on the floor when we have guys like Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith sitting on the bench. It blows my mind. And even when Avery Bradley was active and playing, he would sit on the bench. So I was posting online to say, the only way we can keep him off the court is if I take out one of his knees or something. And so I do have ill will, but I'm not really trying to fight the guy. But if that's the only way we can keep him off the court, that's what I want to do, because we just lost to the Portland Trailblazers, but Dame Lillard brought some serious Kobe energy, so I can't be that man. Anyways, I'll stop boring you guys with sports talk. This is not a sports show, and a lot of people probably just tuned out. But the other current event I want to talk about was, so we're in the middle of the pandemic still. The coronavirus is still affecting our economy and our personal lives and everything that we're doing. The current events today, I mean, you go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, the first thing you see is COVID-19, and the first thing you see is the coronavirus and what we're going to do next, and the election and politics. I just really wanted to hold on to something so funny that happened during the quarantine. You know, everyone was coming out with these challenges about push-up challenge, take a shot challenge, post an old picture of yourself challenge. All these stupid-ass challenges were coming out, and I came up with the best fucking one, and no one wanted to do it. My challenge was, you know what pick stitch is? You can put like a bunch of pictures in one picture. My challenge was to take all your exes and put them in a pick stitch.
No one wanted to do that?
No one wanted to do that, and post it on Instagram. I had 3 friends actually do it, but they sent it to me and said, if you post this, I'll fucking kill you. So I made my own, and I want you guys to make your own and send them in to us, and we'll put them up. This is the Pick Stitch Your Exes Challenge. I'll post mine. I don't give a shit. We can put it on. I'll send it to you. You can put it on. It's fucking hilarious.
I would love to see that, actually.
Yeah,
I'm so down.
It's very interesting, and I think a lot of us will look on it and go, "Oh my god, what have I been doing?" So, Pick Stitch Your Ex Challenge.
But block your ex before that challenge.
Oh yeah, dude. If you're really gangster, you will tag your exes in this challenge, because wow, that could get some stories going. We had a lot of good feedback from our Pam episode. We're gonna have some friends coming on soon. We want to thank our presented by sponsor, Butt Snorkeler. Our boy Matt Smith, he's gonna come on in September, I believe. If you guys don't follow Butt Snorkeler, you should. It's a great Instagram if you like looking at booties all day, and it's a good clothing company. Every single time I wear anything Butt Snorkeler, everyone's like, "Wow, where'd you get that hat? That's so cool." So if you like asses and you like eating asses, you like slapping asses, go follow Butt Snorkeler 2020 on Instagram. So our current events were pretty chill today. We're gonna stick with this structure of show setting, feedback, current events, and it's because a lot of people gave us feedback that said, "Hey, we loved the new structure and the settings, like your transitions were smoother." Cool. Yeah. So thank you guys for reaching out. Now, today's episode. The subject of the day is something so close to my heart. I wrote a stupid blog piece about this once, and it's something important that I don't think we talk about enough, and it's men's fashion. My friend JK, he reached out to me and said, "Hey," he's actually one of the people that compared us to Call Her Daddy. He said, "You guys should do advice." He's like, I don't know how much I can, he said, "I've seen you talk to girls, and I've seen you, make it happen with women, strangers. We're walking around talking to girls, and, one of the most recent experiences, we were in Vegas, and my friends won, and they got us a cabana at Encore at the pool, and my friend's like, 'Hey, bro, we need girls here.' So I went out to the pool, and I filled our whole fucking cabana with chicks. And just by talking to them, and so my friend JK said, 'Hey, you should do that on the podcast. You should give, advice to guys.' Now, that's easier said than done, because I think we're not all playing with the same deck of cards. I have friends that drive Maseratis and new Teslas, and they wear suits to work. That's one of their moves. I don't use that.
Meanwhile, Landon and I both drive. I got a 98 truck. What's yours?
99.
What's up?
So we're not all, you definitely got to use with what you got. And so my advice would be different, because I don't have it. I drive an old truck, and I wear board shorts to work every day. But as far as men's fashion goes, I think that's one of the beginnings. That's where you start. Your first impression physically is where you start when you're meeting a girl, or when you're trying to approach a girl, or you're at a bar, or you're on a dating app. So as far as men's fashion goes, though, I've always said, and one of my friends goes, "Oh, what do you have to say about fashion? You wear fucking swim trunks and a t-shirt every day to work." I do, but my advice in fashion is for everyone. And I had an experience recently. Well, it wasn't that recent, but I had an experience the last couple of years. It was brutal, and it happened here in Hermosa Beach, and I'll share it with you guys because it's a perfect example of how appropriate fashion can help you and inappropriate fashion can hurt you. What do I mean by appropriate? I mean by appropriate for who you are and where you are. My friend Jake, I don't think he's gonna ever watch this. Don't have to beep that out. I won't tell you what he does. I'll just tell you. I will at the end, but. He comes to Hermosa. This is a little beach town in Los Angeles, and he goes. He's like wants me to take him out because he's on a little work layover trip. He gets to my friend's house and he has a backpack. He was on the beach all day, and I'm like, the shower's over there, and my other friend's getting ready. My other friend finishes before him. Me and him, we're ready to go out, and we're in the living room, and Jake walks out, and Jake is wearing white cargo shorts that go past his knees, that have the little strings hanging on the side.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing white Abercrombie & Fitch slippers because I think he thought the white matched like that. He's wearing a skin-tight Hurley shirt that's pink. He's got a flat bill cap that's coming straight and pops up a little bit. And he's got a big neon Rockwell watch on.
I'm pretty sure there's an Instagram post for that guy already.
I felt too bad to like... Because nowadays I probably would have been like, Yo, let me get a picture of that.
Yeah.
So I asked him, like, I stopped in my tracks. My other friend, Brady, whose house we were at, getting ready because he lives right by the pier, he goes, I'm going to head out. And he just bounces on it.
Fails.
And I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. And it was a good moment, though, for me and Jake to be alone so that I could talk to him about it. I'm like, bro, I just have to ask you, what are you wearing? And Jake goes, you like it? It's my Cali outfit. And I'm like, what the fuck is a Cali outfit? Mm-hmm. And no one in California calls it Cali, by the way.
I know.
He's from Utah, though, that has to do with why he dressed that way. I'm like, what's a Cali outfit? And he goes, it's comfortable, cool. We're like at a bar by the beach. And I'm like, dude, look at what I was wearing a dark t-shirt, dark jeans, and I think Vans. And I said, am I dressed like that? I'm from here. Was Brady dressed like that? Brady was wearing the same thing I was wearing. He's like, well, what do you think I should wear? I'm like, bro, please put your shoes back on, put some jeans on, and you can leave your shirt. I don't care. Just take your hat off and change your watch, because he had a normal black watch on before. And he goes, well, what's the big deal? I'm like, okay, this is what the big deal is.
You look like you have a Cali outfit on.
That's a good one.
I'm not from here, and I have dudes. I brought friends out too, and they all bring their Hurley shirts and their white.
That's
cargos,
a really good one, dude.
And their Sperry's, and
I don't even know what Sperry's are.
They have to be the exact slippers you're talking about.
Oh yeah, white ones, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, and I'm like, God, man, guys, no. So anyway, you look like you're not from here. Like, I get it.
And even that's actually, even saying you're not from here is okay, but you not being from here, trying to look like you're from here is the problem. But I had a great response for him. I said, what do you do for a living? And he goes, I'm a pilot. And I said, okay, you don't want to tell a girl that and her not believe you because of your outfit. Because that's what's going on right now. If you're at a bar and you're having a drink, you're talking to a girl, and she goes, what do you do? And you say, which I don't even know if she'd talk to you with that fucking outfit on. But if you say, I'm a pilot, she's going to look at you and be like, what are you talking about? There's no chance you're a fucking pilot. Now, back to my fashion sense, I have to dress like, I don't have to dress like this, but I dress like this every day. So a girl asks me, what do you do for a living? And I go, I coach volleyball. She's going to go, that makes sense based on what you're wearing, yeah. But even my other job with insurance, my other job with music, like what I wear is still appropriate for those things. If you are a professional or in the professional realm, you have an opportunity to dress so much nicer than the rest of us because your lifestyle backs up what you're wearing. Now, I'm not saying dress in a suit everywhere you go out, but like, dude, you're a fucking pilot, or you're in finance, or you're a fucking account man for a big company. Like, there's nothing worse than trying to be something you're not. And I feel like a lot of time with fashion, that's the case. And any time you are disingenuous, even if it's involuntarily,
I'm not beeping that out.
you still It still is. It's hard to watch, and it's really cringe to look at. So, boys, my biggest advice to you, because again, if we're gonna go over advice to talking to girls and interacting with females and trying to get chicks, my biggest advice to you is dress appropriate for who you are and where you are, because it's pretty obvious if you're faking it. Anytime you're trying to fake the funk, it's obvious. So that yellow Quicksilver T-shirt, leave it in the closet. You know what I mean? If you're just because you're by a beach, if your feet haven't seen the light in months, there's no reason to pop them out just for the beach. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe tan them first. I don't know, but I think dressing and being yourself is always the best option physically, for sure. Physically. Also, I can't leave the women out of this. Women's fashion is, oh man, it's kind of the same concept for women, because everyone makes jokes about fat girls dressing the way like they shouldn't be showing so much skin. I mean, being thick is in right now, and I actually don't have a problem. If you are proud of your body, share it, ladies. I don't give a shit. One specific thing I wanted to talk about and address, which is we got some DMs about this, was in women's fashion, the high-waisted bikini. Now, ladies, I know what you're thinking. In your head, my high-waisted bikini is covering up this fupa thing right here, right? Your high-waisted bikini is covering up underneath your belly button what you don't want people to see, what you think is unsightly. I'll tell you what that's actually doing. What your high-waisted bikini's doing, and when you pull up the sides of your bikini, you're making your ass longer and flatter than it should be. Most of the meat for most people, except for those exceptional asses, is at the bottom of your cheeks. That's where your meat is, right? You want that meat to pop out, right? Everyone wants to have a big, luscious ass. People get fake asses, and they put silicone in their butts and other shit. And people go to Mexico and get fucking bad surgeries done, and their ass turns purple and black. Anyways, you want your ass to pop out, right? I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe some of you want to have a long, flat ass. When you pull up the top of your bikini, your ass now becomes much longer, and now that pop at the bottom is gone. It just looks like a big, flat fucking, what is this? And so, when I talk shit about high-waisted stuff, girls go, what's wrong with high-waisted? I think it looks good. This is not my opinion. This is about symmetry. This is about math and geometry. Because if I wear, vertical lines, it makes me look taller and skinnier. If I wear horizontal, it makes me look wider and flatter. That's just the way it is. So all you ladies out there who love wearing high-waisted shit, congratulations. I hope it's fun for you, but that's what it looks like for the rest of us. And I know a lot of girls have agreed with me. I feel like whenever I bring this up with my friends that are girls, I get so much pushback and so much complaints because they're not looking at it. They're not looking at it from a logical standpoint. They're saying, "Oh, how dare you tell me? How dare men tell women what to wear?" What are you talking about? Look at all the fashion designers that you listen to. Half of them are men. Even though a lot of them are gay, they're still men. So, you might not like this opinion, but I don't even think it's an opinion, but you might not like this, but I think it's beneficial to both sexes and both genders to ask each other, what do you prefer? You know what I mean? Surround yourself with people that can be honest with you and tell you when you walk out of the shower wearing that Cali outfit, what the fuck are you wearing? Surround yourself, if women have guy friends that can tell you, okay, that does not look good or that does look good. I'm not saying I'm an authority. I'm just giving you, that is what that looks like from the back. And from the front, if you do have that little fupa, it's going to pop out now. Now it's going to look like you're wearing a little diaper. When if it would have been below that waistline, what do I want to see? What do I see? Okay, look.
It shows me too that like you're not confident. Like I think so. Like it's like, dude, just be confident, man. And like I like
We're
that
gonna
little
get
fupa.
so much shit for this.
I know. I like that little fupa, girls. What's up?
No, that's a good point. Like, okay, if I see you in a low or just a normal waisted bikini, I can see your little fupa.
It's hotter for me to see a chick like rocking it than it is trying to cover it up.
Covering it up causes so many different problems,
trouble,
dude. And now you're gonna have.
I work for a women's fitness company.
Sometimes don't tag them in this. Sometimes it looks like, oh, is she wearing a fanny pack? Oh no, she's not wearing a fanny pack. It's just her fupa being hidden. But anyways, dress appropriate for who you are and where you're going. That would be my number one advice as far as men's and women's fashion goes. one thing one more thing on fashion. I think risk taking in fashion is not a bad thing, but calculated risk taking. One of my friends is how do I say this? I feel like I sound racist all the time, but one of my friends is a big Samoan dude, right? And he really likes indie hipster fashion. But I don't know if you've ever seen Polynesian thighs. You wrap those things up in skinny jeans. I mean, the dudes can have their own little fupa going on. And so he takes risks. You know, I've seen him in suspenders, and you know, we're bigger men. Like, your titties are gonna pop out. Your man titties are gonna pop out. If you have suspenders on, they're gonna accentuate those things. I've seen him wear the hats, the big like hipster hat, and whenever I see him, I'm like, holy shit, this dude is. But he's taking those risks, and sometimes it pays off. Because I've seen him in outfits that are like, damn, that looks pretty good, bro. Yeah. So I'm not like discouraging people from taking risks, but that's just my funny take on it. If any of my guy friends are listening and genuinely are curious about, you know, ways to help them interact with the opposite sex, I would say start with your physical appearance, because that's the first thing everyone notices. Even those people who are reaching out to me and crying about, you need to look onto someone's soul. No, I'm just kidding. My friend Kelsey's gonna watch. She doesn't even watch this shit. She's not gonna know. So I missed something earlier on our feedback about our episode, and this is a great time to bring it up. My friend Connor Eaton, at Connor's Eating Veggies on Instagram, he does not like our podcast. He does not agree with anything that I'm saying. Maybe some things, but it's funny because he's very different than me. Now, I am not a Republican by any means. I can't stand people that are far right or far left. He is the furthest left of anyone I know. He's a fucking liberal vegan, and he cut my hair, actually. He did a great job cutting my hair. It looks pretty good. Connor, I love you. And I understand why you don't agree with a lot of things I say. I always send him clips of Nature is Metal. That's like one of my favorite Instagram follows.
It is such a baller Instagram
It's
account.
so good, yeah. It's just animals being shitty to each other and fucking... My favorite post recently was this like hyena or something, or leopard is eating an antelope. And you see it eating its neck, and then the antelope looks up while it's getting eaten. Anyways, my point is... Connor's a vegan and he doesn't agree with everything we say on this episode, and he's like, I want you to have someone on the episode that disagrees with you. Dude, first of all, this is not a debate show. This is not like half of the shit I'm saying. I'm just being funny, or I'm trying to be funny. I am not giving you guys I've said before, I don't know a lot about this and that. I do think that I know a lot about, you know, interacting with chicks and getting help. I feel like I can help guys out in that area with how to talk to girls and stuff like that. But I'm not sitting here trying to debate whether or not we're making the right approach to we're taking the right approach to COVID-19. I'm not even when it comes to like the racist stuff. I'm not sitting here debating on the Black Lives Matter movement and whether or not it's founded or it's making the correct strides for people of color. No. We're just being funny. So if you have a problem with anything I'm saying, we want to hear from you, because the beginning of every show is going to start with feedback from the last episode. So if you think I'm a piece of shit, if you think something I'm saying is not true and there's no way I'm not listening to that, or you're wrong about fashion, I think you can dress like a surfer boy if you've never surfed in your life and you sit in an office all day in Wisconsin. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Like, okay, cool, send it in and I'll dress it, because it's been happening. I've gotten a lot of feedback, negative feedback. I don't even call it negative, but just opposing feedback. So send it in. We love it. And speaking of feedback, our next segment, my favorite one, is Questions from the Homies. Now, Questions from the Homies this time is really, really funny.
It's hot.
It's hot. One of my friends said, he asked me about, his sex number's kind of low. Oh, and also we talked to people and said, hey, you don't have to share Instagrams. Just answer the questions. So we're not going to share people's Instagrams anymore unless you want us to. We have no problem with that. So he asked us, you know, he goes, you've been with a lot of different girls. What do you think about vagina tightness? Is there any way to tell if a girl's loose or not, like before you have sex with her, or Do you think it's true that girls get looser over time or with a bunch of different partners? First of all, having a bunch of different partners and banging the same guy for 8 years is like, I mean, the different partners thing is mentally that can have an emotional effect on you. And as long as you're clean, you're clean. Let's just admit it what it is. Girls are having sex, whether it's the same dick going in and out every single time or a new dick. So I don't think that tightness is, babies come out of there. Now, this is not a medical take or a scientific take at all. But we're having this conversation at the beach the other day about vagina tightness. Actually, a funny story. Me and my friend Alex are at the Kettle here in Manhattan Beach, and we're having the same conversation about vagina tightness. And she's like, it goes back after birth. The vagina is... And our waitress is like, can I take your guys' order?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, poor Alex. It was so funny, though. But the other day we were having this conversation, and I'm making funny commentary on it, but I said, I think when a girl really wants you, and she really wants your dick inside of her, she'll loosen up, and obviously she'll get wetter. I mean, that's just science, but I feel like she'll loosen up for you because she wants you to come in. And my friend, he goes, oh, that's weird because I've had a lot of tight ones. Guess they just don't want me in there.
Oh, that's funny.
So we all started laughing at that. I mean, there's no science behind any of these things we're saying.
Your waitress was just tripping out.
That was not at a restaurant. I don't think that there's any correlating. I don't think there's any signs, signals. I think obviously there's different ones. There's tiny dicks and huge dicks. There's medium-sized dicks, curvy dicks. Same thing with vaginas. Wet ones, dry ones, big ones, small ones, hairy ones, not hairy ones. There's like the labia hanging out, the ones with tucked inside. But one thing I wanted to say, which is really funny, me and my friends were talking the other day. My friend Mike and my friend Dylan. We're in Utah, and they're both single guys, and they go out and they both pull a lot of chicks. And it's funny because girls, you'll always hear like how big or small a guy's dick is, but guys don't. It's not, the vagina thing isn't talked about that much, but one of my friends was like, oh, are you still hanging out with that girl? She's cute. She's all right. And he's like, yeah, she's all right. He's like, what is it? He's like, you keep seeing her. And he's like, dude, she's just got an insane vagina. So, ladies, there's definitely quality vaginas out there that can keep your man around long enough. The same way a girl will stick with a guy who's got a big dick. Everyone's got their thing. And I just think it was funny that my friends were asking that. Google exists. So you can actually Google about vagina information, dick information. I suggest you do that.
It's out there.
Yeah. The Netflix just came out with a show called Explained. And so one of the Explained shows is all about the vagina and all about...
That first of all, that show is awesome.
It
I
is.
watched it. There was one on weed. There's one on music.
The weed one's good too.
Yeah,
I learned a lot about that.
Dude, same here.
So
but yeah, check
yourselves.
out that show.
Educate yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Our other question was about pubic hair. I don't know why our questions are always about sex, and I feel like a lot of the questions are not even real questions. You guys just want us to talk about vagina tightness and pubic hair, but the pubic hair question was funny because my friend was in Europe, specifically Turkey, which some of you are going to know who I'm talking about now, and the girl he was with, well, we're going to have him on the episode, he can tell that story, but as far as pubic hair goes, I like to quote, Tom Ford had an interesting piece, I believe it was in a GQ. Tom Ford said, as far as pubic hair goes, he asks his partner what they prefer. And I think that's such a good move in so many different aspects. Going back to fashion, going back to everything that we cover as far as advice goes. If you're already in a relationship, just ask them. If your significant other hates it when you grow a mustache out, hates it when you do this or that, heed to what they want.
Yeah.
They're the ones that got to stare at you and smell your breath and fucking suck your dick all the time. They're the ones that you have to like hang out with and interact with. Their opinion should matter the most. One of my ex-girlfriends, I really prefer when girls are natural when their hair color, natural with their makeup. The more natural, the better. And I expressed that a lot to the girls that I date. One of the girls I was dating was this Mexican girl who Latinas love putting makeup on. They love wearing makeup, and she would put a full face on just to go to the fucking beach. She's sweating, and I can see her fucking shit running down. And we talked once about lip injections, and I said, how fucking silly are lip injections? Like, it's so obvious. Everyone can tell. And she goes, she had huge lips. And so she's like, yeah, you're right. Fast forward to a couple months later, I'm in LA waiting for her to visit. She gets off the plane and her lips are fucking all fucked up. And I'm like, what happened? And she's like, I know, I didn't want you to see. And I'm like, why'd you do it? Why the fuck did you do it? And it brings up that debate about, well, does it matter what your significant other thinks, or does it matter what men think? Does it matter what women think? Yes, it fucking matters what other people think. That is exactly how we determine, like, what is good and what is bad. Quality is determined by the majority of opinions surrounding that product or surrounding that look or that style. That matters. So when women say, I don't care what men think, you're fucking stupid. You should care what men think. If a man says that about women too, it's the same thing. If a dude says, oh, girls don't like it, but I don't care. Well, then what are we doing? What are you doing it for? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. So, when we're talking about, we brought this up about because of pubic hair, but when you're talking about pubic hair, like, who cares if you like your bush? If you think, oh man, my bush looks cool, the girl that's down there all the time is the person that you should be focused on. That's the person who should have the opinion that matters. So as far as fashion goes, as far as grooming goes, even your attitude, it should matter. The person you're with should matter, or the people that you're trying to be with should matter. So get out there and talk to each other. Guys, if you have friends that are girls, ask them, hey, do you think this looks good? And they'll tell you the truth. And girls, don't be afraid to ask guys, especially with the high-waisted thing. Like, it's so stupid that girls go, I know guys don't like this look, but I like it. Who gives a fuck what you like? It should only matter what... Anyways, you guys get my point. Take that into your lives. Heed to my advice or don't. You know what I mean? Listen to my commentary or don't. We love you guys all. We love the bad feedback, the good feedback, the positive, the negative. We love the suggestions. We love it all. We're just two guys trying to get by in the world, trying to be funny, and provide you guys with something to listen to every week that is, not so fucking serious.
Like, we're going to be funny, I mean, fucking every day, dude. So you guys should be thankful that we're getting it to you guys.
When you guys turn off CNN, turn off Fox News, and you just want to hear some people talk shit, you just want to have a good time, tune into the Cowboy from Hell podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. I can't wait to name this episode. I don't know if I'm going to go with the Vagina Tightness, or if I'm going to start with I'm still mad about the Color Daddy thing.
Friends from Cali.
Cali outfit, dog.
Cali outfits.
Cali outfit, bro. Thank you guys so much. Cowboy from Hell podcast. All right.
Hey, which one of these guys are from California?
Oh, dude.
None of us.
How's that Cali outfit right there? Oh my God, dude. The sunglasses on top of the hat too.